Welcome back, guys, to the Noob to Pro series in Anime Eternal, where we go from level 1 to max with 0 Robux. If you guys want to see us from the beginning, click up here in the corner. That's going to get you to day 1. All right, let's continue the journey. All right, first up, we did a little bit of grinding, and look at what we got, guys. So I was just like AFKing for a bit, and look at that, guys. We got a cipher, rank SSS, and we got, look at this, guys, all of these wonderful Supremes. 7 Supremes, and of course, we got a ton of, is that a full team? And of course, we got some Blood Queen. So very, very helpful. And look at that, guys. We also got the avatar as well, which is actually better than this one. So let's start off by, we're going to go max that one out real quick. So here we go. Let's go select our cipher. All right, we're going to equip it and we're going to go max it all the way up. The thing is, there's not really much to do. Oh, I got to equip something. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just going to just walk out and walk back in. All right, we're back. Not really sure what happened there. All right, we should be cooking. So let's see how much more we get than the last time. All right, well, okay, so we're already past where we were, and we still have 50 levels to go, which is great. So we're now all the way up to 46, so a slight increase. Honestly, not that much. Might not have been worth the change. All right, also, one of these is going to be very good for us, I would say, energy-wise. So let's see how much better it's going to get. So we're going to just go full energy team. And we have this 2 energy shadows. All right, 99%. Let's see what this cipher is going to get up to. All right, here we go. So Ulquiorra is going to get up to, all right, already 50%. All right, max level still only 100. All right, looks like 102%. All right, only 111%. So I'm not going to lie, the change is not that much, but it is a slight change. So a little disappointing there. All right, next up, it looks like we got to, let's see here. All right, I already got a rank up as well. So we're cooking on the ranks, which is great. All right, so I have a quest here for the next license. So we need to get the C class license. We need to find Aroma. So let's head over here to Ghoul City and let's go take on Aroma. I'm trying to remember where Aroma was. Oh yeah, it's up here. So we gotta go to the back, and there it is. Oh, it looks like it's more visible now. I wonder if that's new or if it was always like that. All right, well, let's go climb up here and let's go cook a little bit. All right, okay, well, unfortunately now we have to, you know, go through this and, you know, fix all that up, but it is what it is. All right, what quest are we on? We got the auto going on. So we are on 4 of 25, and look at that, guys, 20 credits as well. I want to get, it's called, yeah, I want to get another game pass in this episode. I believe we can go for double auras. Right now we're at 760, so I got to figure out a way to get like just a little bit more, and I have a few ideas on how to do that. So I'll show you guys what we're going to cook up with, and I believe that is going to be the ghoul raid. So let's reset our stats. We're going to go full on damage, and we're going to use that to beat the ghoul raid. So let's get this one first. And obviously an extra, you know, good chunk of damage ain't gonna hurt either. All right, here we go. Let's get this one done. And I believe there is another one we need to go over, and that one is in World 18. So we're gonna check World 18 out real quick and see if that's gonna be hard or easy for us to do. Let's see here. But first up, I think we might as well just knock out. What was I gonna knock out? Knock out this ghoul raid. So we're already at what? Yeah, we're at like 921. So we got to get like 80 more waves with this squad. And honestly, with this damage boost, I think we should be able to pull that pretty easily. And obviously the aura is going to make life a lot easier too. All right, here we go, guys. Wave 98, wave 99. And there we go, guys. We got ourselves the achievement maxed. So that is actually quite perfect. So let's go get that claimed. Go, and bang, 200 credits. So let's head on over here to the dungeon lobby and let's go get ourselves our second aura equip and a couple other upgrades too while we're here. Let's get more damage, more coins, and here we go, guys. Extra aura, let's buy that. All right, let me get a screenshot of that as well. Here we go, extra aura is bought. So that's gonna give us quite a bit more damage. Also, let me get a screenshot of what we're working with. Go. And I think that's the main things we got so far. All right, let's go see what we need for the next license. So let's head over to Chainsaw City and let's get that popping off. We should be doing quite a bit of damage now. All right, Dungeon Nightmare. I do want to do those, but I need to see what we're working with on the license thing first. First, you got to find the freaking board. So where is this board at? Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm in the right world. That's just a random obelisk. Speaking of obelisk, we could probably level up the damage obelisk a little bit. I can't find the other board. Bruh. Does this board even exist? I swear it's supposed to be here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look for that one again. But first up, let's get like 10% more damage while we're here. It's not gonna be a major help, but it'll do a little bit. All right, here we go. Let's grab that. Bang, 30% damage boost. Can't complain. All right, and also while we're here, we might as well do the Mundo raid. So let's go see what we can pull here. All right, this is my full damage squad. All right, well, that one wasn't too bad. All right, I gotta go, unfortunately, gotta unlock this one real quick. All right, that's really nice. I don't think we're quite there yet, but we could definitely beat that whenever I wake up tomorrow after I get a little bit more energy. Yeah, this is definitely in the doable column. So I think, honestly, if we're lucky, we might be able to get the next two done. We'll see. But yeah, there we go, guys. Mundo raid, definitely doable. I think we can get to the Supreme pretty quickly. Yeah, we'll get to the Supreme of that one in no time at all. All right, it's like behind here. So let's go defeat some Makamis, and we'll try to start knock some of these off. And it's going to end up with a Dungeon Nightmare, which we can beat pretty easily. So I don't think this is going to be too hard. And I think that's the highest license you can get at the moment. Yeah, so that'll be maxing out the licenses for now. So that's going to be awesome. So let's do that one real quick, and we'll do. I want to beat the Cids too. We'll see what we can work with here. All right, I think that's Benji. Where's Makama? All right, there we go. At least the quest isn't like getting that freaking Supreme Paquita, because goodness knows we can't. That's impossible to get. All right, here we go. Let's knock this out. All right, easy dubs. Let's go get that one done, and let's find the spot again. It's like behind something. It's kind of a weird spot. I will try to find it again. What the heck, man? What? I found it once. Oh my gosh. It was like really tucked in a corner. Okay, not tucked in that corner, I guess. Where is this thing? Jeez. All right, so it's right next to the obelisk. Good to know. All right, Kuma token, done. All right, Urso and Paquita tokens. Okay, those are actually perfect. We can easily knock those off. All right, let's just go run these real quick. I believe both these should be like instant completes. Let's freaking go. Why is it giving Aja vibes? If you know, you know. All right, here we go. Now I have to go find it again. Oh my God. All right, at least I know it's not by the obelisk. That's kind of the hint I needed. And now we're good to go. I don't know why it has to be in the back corner though. All right, that one should be an easy complete. All right. Oh, that's really a quest, is beat Mr. Chainsaw? Really? That's the quest? All right, well, it's kind of dumb. I feel like the quest is kind of easy, but that's just me. I guess we'll rock out with it then. I think he's in here, right? Yeah, I'll just vibe here. There we go. All right, there we go. Easy dubs. Perfect. All right, let's claim that one. I do like that they also give you like a few potions as well. I think that's really nice, because I'm always, you know, loving and in need of potions. So let's go grab this next quest. All right, so now we're up to Adola tokens. I think I sold all those, unfortunately. But thankfully it's not that hard of a quest. I think I might have enough to just grab that anyway. So for this one, you just kind of gotta jump up here and go inside. All right, I think it's the other side. Oh my gosh. You gotta go inside one of the trains, and he's gonna be right there for you. And only 25 beaten. All right, I'll take it. There we go. But you have to like jump in. That's the part I missed the first time. All right, collect a Dola token. We need like 2,800. I do believe we have stuff we can sell though. So I don't know if I have 20. Actually, I do have 20k worth of stuff. I can sell all this. We should be good to go. All right, here we go. Perfect. And let's go grab ourselves the next quest completed. And we will have to wait for the nightmare raid. Honestly, it might just be too long to wait for that, but it's okay. I can just get that when I wake up tomorrow, and we'll continue with the video anyways. So let's go sell these, and these. Okay. And what I need is a bunch of these. All right, perfect. So that's an easy dub. Perfect. All right, let's get the last quest. Let's freaking go. I can't believe we're already on the last quest. Granted, it's going to take us a hot minute. We have to wait like a whole hour for the raid to start, but you know, it is what it is. All right, there we go. And I do need a Dola blessing tokens too. So I guess we'll get those at some point. I don't know. Well, you know what? I think we need to test something out since we did get the double aura. This is what I like to do. So you go virtual aura and then Fire King aura, and that's 60% drop boost plus drops. And let's just say that is officially cooking. All right, I don't think I have any. It is what it is. And we're gonna head over here to the progression raid. And yeah, let's just say this is a pretty OP combo. 60% plus double plus 50. Oh, it's 20%. Is that low? Geez, that sucks. I thought it was, I guess they must have nerfed it or something. I didn't realize it was that bad. All right, well, let's go get some random tokens because we're gonna need at least 50k for the next one. And yeah, you're gonna get a frick ton of it from this. All right, let's see what all we're working with now. I bet it's a lot. So we're just gonna, let's see, where does it start off? All right, I guess it's not the swords. Look at that, guys, 17,000. Okay, none of those. There you go, 19,000. Not too shabby. All right, 18k. Okay, not too bad. 17k, 16k. Okay, something. 33. Geez, I don't know why I got so many of those. Maybe I forgot to sell them before. All right, that's, oh my gosh, we're up to 232k. That's what we're talking about, guys. Oh my gosh, and there's more. Jeez, 300k, and I didn't even finish it either. That's funny. All right, there we go. 300k it is. All right, exchange shop. We're gonna take advantage of the keys. I don't really know if I'll ever use those keys to be perfectly real, but I'll just buy them anyway. However, the products we do like to buy, obviously, are all the potions, because those are all very useful. Buy all those. Go. These. And I guess I'll just convert them, you know? I don't know if converting is worth it or not, but we'll just do it anyway. All right, also I do want to grab the daily food. That's always worth it as well. And then we can convert all that into macaroons. Go. Jeez, there's so many buttons to click in this game. Like you buy it there, and you click, and you click. All right, there we go. All right, let me just pause everything real quick. We don't really need to use up those boosts. There we go. All right, we're in a good spot now. Jeez, look at that, guys. There we go. 7 of each potion. Not too bad. 7 free potions a day. Obviously, I wish I had more drop boosts, but you know. We do have a lot of soul potions, etc., which we could probably use as well. Not gonna lie. So that's pretty nice. Grab all these. Grab all those. All right, also we did do a couple of the dungeons, and I think usually those give us, I wanted to max out the Eternal Dragon, so we're at 10,000 Eternal Dragon tokens. So let's head over here to the Eternal Dragon station and let's see if we can max that out. And I think if we do max that out, that means we like 100% completed this world. So we basically only have to go back here if we want to get like exchange tokens and whatnot, which honestly might not be a bad idea. So let's go over here to the Eternal Dragon leveling and let's see what we can work with here. All right, so unequip and max level and level 49. Man, that's unfortunate. We need one more level, guys. I hate when that happens. It is what it is, though. All right, next up, let's see. All right, I want to see if we could actually start getting some kills here. So this is my full-on damage squad. And we'll pop the damage potions and honestly the coins potions too. These might drop a decent amount of coins, question mark. Honestly, not really. They're dropping a little bit of coins, but I'm not really seeing my coins skyrocket that fast. So I think we're gonna have to go with a different, oh wait, I got something. Oh, I got something. Oh, is it just a coin? Eminence coin. Not a token. Eminence coin used for energy, damage, luck, and coin progression. It is not a token, so I think that means they're rarer, question mark. I don't know how many I need, but I assume I'm gonna want to be farming these pretty heavily. All right, where is Zeta? That's Delta. That's Beta. Gamma. Okay, not really sure where the one I want to go is, but I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of those. All right, well, I guess I'm not going to worry about it because I can't freaking find them. Jeez. Eminence damage. I really want to unlock those because I want to see what they do. I'm kind of excited. All right, so I'm going to get some of these coins and we're going to figure out what the heck those do. Because now that I remember, I actually do have some. So I'm just going to go grab as many as I can. I do need the Eternal Dragon, but I don't need the... Okay, there we go. 11,000. So it should be enough to buy 1 or 2 of these. So let's go with... Energy is always a good bet. 20 for 100% drop. Okay. Not too shabby. All right, and then usually I like to go damage as my next bet. Another 20. So yeah, it looks like we need to farm a bunch of these. Just overall, I don't know if there's a raid for this map yet, but if there is, we can take advantage of that a little bit later. All right, Eminence Luck is 5,000 and 5,000. Obviously, those two are kind of lower priority. I don't know if we ever really need to do them. Where the heck is Zeta? Dude, I do not know where Zeta went. What the heck? All right, but it really sounds like I need more damage, and then I can seriously start farming these. So I think the current... I'm trying to think if there's anything else I forgot to do. Oh yeah, I wanted to run the chainsaw raid. So let's head over to the chainsaw raid. I want to see how far we can get with our new max damage team here. So full on damage squad. Let's run this raid and let's see how much farther we can get. And then I'm going to check the achievements to see if there's anything else I can really grab. So I know 750 is going to give us a bonus, so we'll definitely take that. Oh yeah, dungeon suffering I could probably progress a little bit more, but I'm just going to do that tomorrow. Or I guess later in the video. Because we're going to have higher energy then. All right, here we go, guys. 20% energy. So you guys can see went from 531 to 536, which definitely was not 20%. Oh, we also got enough for an obelisk, which is pretty good. I'll definitely take that. All right, I'm going to chill a bit, and let's see how far we can get. All right, 825 is not quite it, but, you know, it is what it is. All right, let's go grab this next obelisk. I'm just going to go for energy because, you know, can't really go wrong with energy. And I'm going to reset my team. And we're gonna go for luck and energy, and I'm gonna open up, and I think the strategy was just gonna be, yeah, I think we're just gonna focus on energy only right now. All right, what are we getting right now? With our full energy team, we're getting 1.16 NVG, which is crazy OP. And I believe the main job is going to be to focus. I could open, question mark, or I could farm. I kind of would rather farm. So can we solo these guys? Yes. So we could technically be farming Thice and Espada tokens. All right, honestly, that's not that bad of a bet. I don't really mind farming Espada tokens. All right, Ichigo's also farmable for us. Coins. It is going to give us a little bit of coins too. I don't know if it's worth it to use a coin boost. It might be actually though. I'm not really getting that many coins. All right, so if I farm Ichigo's, I'm going to be getting Ryatsu level tokens, which I don't really want. I kind of want Espada tokens more than that. Bonkai tokens. All right, so I think the best bet for us is to be farming down here. It is going to give us a little bit of XP too, so I'm going to run my souls and XP potions and my shadow soul potions. XP potions. Okay, damage. All right, souls. So yeah, we're gonna go over and we're gonna farm these Orihims, and I will catch you guys later. I'm gonna take a nap and I'll be right back. All right, here we go, guys. We just finished the grind. 47k and 45k espadas, and look at that, guys, we're up to 223 energy. So and look at this, guys, we can also get our next prestige as well. So we're gonna get that. Honestly, you know what, I was gonna get it later on, but maybe we just get it right away. I think we'll get it in like a few minutes once we're ready to you know, be done with the damage section of the video, which actually might be sooner rather than later. Anyways, let's go finish up this hollow raid. I want to see how far we can get, and I do think it's going to give us a little bit of resources as well. I do have my drop boost running. I'll get my drop macaroon running too, and let's cook. All right, so we made it to like what, 457, which isn't the greatest, but it's something. All right, the other one I wanted to run while I'm here is the Mundo raid. I think we should be able to get some progress here, so let's try that. We'll skip to the max. Oh yeah, easy dubs. Oh my gosh, I think we can beat the next one too. Oh wait, we definitely can if I would accept this fast enough. There we go. Damage. All right, perfect. Easy dubs. All right, this next one is not quite doable for us, but it's not that far away. And this actually is going to give us the Supreme. Let's go. So the only one left now is the credits, so I'm not as worried about the credits, but there we go, guys. Let's get a screenshot of that. We already got a Supreme. That is a huge W. Let's freaking go. All right, now let's take advantage of the stuff we just got, and I want to roll some Espada tokens, so we'll pause all of these boosts, and we'll roll some Espada. Actually, no, that's the wrong one. We'll roll these Espada tokens all the way up. And let's see what we can pull here. Hopefully we get the Supreme, but you never really know. Wow, we did not spend much at all. Let's cook. Let us cook, dude. Another Supreme. That is a mega W. All right, now let's roll in some of these scythes. I don't normally roll in the scythes, but you know, I don't know how good these scythes are. People are telling me they're OP. I guess we're about to find out. You know what? I'm just gonna go for these two. I don't think a max Ash Fang is gonna be good enough anyway, so let's see if we can cook on these. All right, let's run this nightmare because that's gonna allow us to actually max out our dungeon nightmare quest, which is going to give us the max possible license, which is class B license. They said they're gonna add more probably on, I think on Sunday, so that's exciting, or maybe in future updates. So let's get that popping. All right, there we go. We got completed dungeon nightmare, and we actually got another one too, thank goodness. So we got okay, well 20% energy, you guys can see, went from 6.88 to 6.95. Not quite what that is. However, we did get a drop potion, and now we just need to do this to max out our license. So let's head over here to World 1, and let's get our license maxed out. All right, so I need 5,000 of these Adola tokens. And there we go. And oh crap, I just picked the wrong one, didn't I? Well, I'm just gonna have one of the Adola blessing tokens. All right, well, that's life, guys. I just threw, okay, I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, I'll just hold on to those for now, I guess. And we also got this one beat too, so we are now in a pretty nice spot. So there we go. Let's get a screenshot of that. I know it looks really bad, but it is the highest license you can get, even though it is only a legendary. I know, it's kind of weird and all. All right, let's head over here to the World 2, and there's some stuff we need to get rid of. So the stuff we need to get rid of, I believe, is mainly these. I already got rid of those, good. And I no longer need a Spada token, so I now have like 35k just chilling. So we could honestly farm more of the Bleach raid, I want to say. That's not really a bad bet. But I think we might be able to max out some other things too. So let's head on over here, and I think there's a chance. It might be a low percentage chance, but we might be able to max out some of these weird blessings here in the back. And here we go. Oh, Scythe Evolve. Oh, they're really easy to evolve. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. All right, there we go. So we can get a Scythe Evolve 2. Okay, there we go. So now we have a number 2 Scythe, which is only 12.7. That's kind of low, not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed in that. All right, so unequip, and we level up this one. Okay, no luck. And this one. Okay, we got like 1 level. That's unfortunate. All right, back to damage. All right, Scythe Evolve 3. I need 1 more of those to get a max Evolve Scythe. So I guess I'm not going to worry about it, but we do have Bonkai. So I do want to test out how good Bonkai is. So I'm going to auto roll on this. And let's see what we can get. I'll just spend all 5k on him. So far we're getting a lot of 5%, so I want to see if we can get this to potentially be better than my other one, because I still have one sword that's not that good. I have 2 venom shanks and then one that's kind of mid. All right, so we end up with Enlightened Blossom. Oh, 65% damage. Holy, you know what? That's actually not that bad. All right, so we're now all the way up to 21 versus 24.3, so that's actually pretty close. I do need to farm a bunch more of those, but honestly, that's not that bad. All right, well, let's go back, get back to our max damage team. And I want to head over here to Shadow Academy. And I want to find these Zetas. Okay, so we're insta-killing those. That's pretty big, honestly. All right, Deltas. Oh, we are able to kill the Deltas really easily, too. That's huge. That's going to be a major, major help. All right, we already got the avatar for them, too. Let's go. All right, so let's take out the Deltas, I guess, while we're here. That's a pretty easy dub. I need to find one of these to farm, honestly. I feel like if I farm a bunch of Eminence coins, it might really help me out. All right, so we got those easily defeated. All right, what about Gammas? Honestly, Gammas are oh wait, that's not even with damage pots. Okay, so Gammas are actually beatable as well right now. Jeez, we are we are a lot more strong than I thought I was gonna get. We actually might get to the next world pretty soon. I'm not, as I jinx the crap out of it. All right, how many do I need for the Gammas? I need 15 Gammas. Okay, so that's definitely doable. But let's find the betas first. I'm honestly not that worried because we still need a lot more to get to the other ones. But Gammas are definitely doable. Alphas are not. Oh, that's the S rank enemy. I'm not gonna lie, that's not impossible, but we need to defeat 10 of them. So yeah, I feel like we'll be able to beat that pretty soon. Honestly, if we just doubled our energy, that's pretty doable. All right, let's take out some of these betas. So betas, it looks like we only need to defeat 20 of them. That's gonna be pretty easy. But again, that 5% energy, look at this guy. So 8.34 SPG. So I'm gonna take out these 10 betas and you're gonna see how stupid this is. So 8.34 SPG, and it's gonna go up to like 8.35 or something stupid. Like, it is definitely not 5%. Oh, we got, oh wait, this one dropped something? Yo, what? This one drops an accessory. Yo, what? I like what I'm seeing. Yeah, we're now at 8.36. You see how much that went up, guys? Absolutely nothing. All right, so here we go, guys. We got crested wing bands. It's a back accessory. So honestly, almost, oh wow, but it gives gold. Huh. So it gives gold instead of energy, which honestly actually is better because like you never go for damage and energy. So yeah, that's actually not that bad. All right, let's head over to our index then on the auto delete. And we're gonna go for blues and better, but we're definitely gonna farm these because I have a feeling like this one's gonna be really good. Let me see if there's an option for me to see what it gives. So I'm gonna get out of the way. We'll just kill 2 at a time. And I'm gonna click this. Question mark. Oh my gosh. It's not gonna let me do it, is it? Is it not in range or something? All right, so it's gonna get up to 1.5x. And currently we're doing, okay, that's a lot more damage. Holy frick. And it's gonna, oh my gosh, and that much more too. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be worth it. So we're definitely gonna grind this once my energy, etc., gets up a bit more. All right, let's head over here to the dungeon lobby. I wanted to see if there's anything we can actually get here. All right, that and oh wait, is there a? I thought there was an upgrade I could get. Oh wait, we teleport all the way back to here. Oh, let's go. All right, we do need to farm this guy, but later. All right, I think there's also an SSS rank enemy here. I'm gonna look for where he is. Wait, no, not on this one. I want to see if we can defeat the SSS Ichigo, but I don't really know where the Ichigo is, so I have to go look for him. So let me do that real quick. And while I do that, we're going to try to get the SSS from Ulquiorra, because that would also be pretty awesome. And actually, you know what? I think it's time. We're going to reset our prestige. So let's do that real quick. Because I think it's time we just start, you know, leveling up a bit. So there we go, guys. We got max prestige again. There we go. Max prestige. There we go. Perfect. So let's go equip all of this wonderful stuff. Jeez. Dude, the amount of coin boost I have is actually kind of crazy right now. So we'll do all that, and all that. Oh my god. So many potions, guys. So many potions. All right, so I want to farm some XP, and I do have an XP pot rolling. I don't need the damage pots rolling. And I think we're actually going to go pure energy, maybe. Yeah, I think it's time. Actually, wait, I also wanted to rank up too. So we got the prestige max, and we're gonna get the rank up. Wow, we only needed 10, and okay, well, this one's gonna be really fast. Holy cow, yeah, this is gonna be super fast. All right, so we're just gonna go pure energy now. Here we go. And we're gonna Energy squad it up. 134 OVG, not bad at all. And that's without the potion. All right, that's all good. All right, let's head over here to Bleach World. And let's farm some XPs and stuff. I don't know. Can we one-shot these guys? Oh, yeah, this is with my energy team, too. Nice. Nice. All right, yeah, we're definitely going to farm these. All right, yeah, we just basically have to just, like, wait for our levels to catch up at this point. All right, guys, that's all for this episode of the New to Pro series. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next part. Peace.